What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Yours truly, Kendrick McNutt here, back again with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content. Back again, Beneath the Surface podcast, episode 21, actually, where we are
21?
21, where we unpacking the unseen one conversation at a time. We're on the road to episode 30 and 21. Man, I had to come back with you guys with a guest, someone that I've had the pleasure, the honor, and a meeting in back in our collegiate years at what is it? Chowan? Chowan University. Um I forgot what class that was. What was it?
It was our English class.
English. I remember the professor. I just forgot her name.
Yeah, it was English.
Yeah, that was cool. Um but yeah, man, we reconnected through the last podcast episode that we had, right? And then we just he found his wrestling bug again, and we've been doing wrestling podcasts and reviews, previews, and all the things. And then he randomly hit me up one day. He was like, "Hey, let's do our own thing." Sure, talk football, basketball, wrestling, of course, and here it is coming on my stuff. Man, the one and only Jelani Midnight. What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm blushing, man. That was a great introduction.
Off the dome, man.
Yeah, and for people who don't know, I am a repeat offender, so this is my second time. Uh, Maybe that wasn't the best phrase to use, but this is my second time on here. It is an honor to be under or be on this episode or your channel once again. Man, I'm ready. I'm ready. To go beneath the surface, if you will.
For sure, man. Like you were on the other series that I had going on with what was it?
You
Conversations.
like the Kendrick? Oh wait,
It was Conversations with Kendrick.
yes.
Uh,
Oh, okay. You right. My bad. My bad.
yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. So I am a newbie. I am a first time. All right. My bad. My bad. My bad. My
Technically, we're on this new wave now, going beneath the surface. So, um, yeah. Thank you for sharing your time.
Indubitably.
Definitely. The topic that I have now with you, man, is like overcoming family expectations. I know that's
Mm.
like a big and tough one. Everybody has like certain people, uh, obviously family in our lives that want us to kind of like go in certain lanes, but like, how do you um, route what lane you want to be in and be also not kind of like quote unquote disappointing the people that you love?
That is a loaded question. um, I think in general, right? A lot of us grow up carrying stuff that was placed on us before we even know who we are. And I feel like I was placed in that situation. Um, I think sometimes it's pressure to make our parents proud, and like that's how I grew up. Uh, I've always had this need for approval, and I still struggle with that at times. Like I need approval to know like I'm doing a good job, um, because the lack thereof, or I didn't if I didn't get the approval, I thought something was wrong, regardless of who it was. Um, even when I felt like I was doing good, or yeah, even when it felt like I was doing good, it still didn't feel like enough at the same time. Um, Yeah, unless the people I loved, like my mom, like anyone older than me, and anyone that I respected, if they didn't validate it, I didn't think it was a good thing, or I did something wrong. Um, and I think that allowed me to live my life chasing claps from people who may never fully understand my path. So I think like the hard part of it is that most people they they do want to make their family proud, right? Like I do want to make my family proud, but I think what I struggled with the most was trying to break away without it feeling or making it seem as if I'm disrespecting them or rebelling against them. Um, so it's just like, hey, like if if I had the vernacular then, or the thought process then, I think I would have handled it better. But just saying like, hey, I love y'all, but like I can't keep living a life that was picked for me, right? And I kind of felt that way in a sense. Like, what if I didn't want to be a gentleman? Like, what if I want to be a butthole? Right? Like, what if I didn't want to help people? I'm glad that I do want to do these things, but what if I didn't want to do it? Um, yeah, but I feel like I'm just now starting to walk my own path, especially with having my own family. Um, and I'm really just starting to understand that, walking your own path pretty much just means like accepting that some people, they probably just won't understand you right away, right? And sometimes they may never understand, but they may never understand it in a way that you want them to. But I just think that there's a difference in between like respecting your parents, but then also like surrendering under identity, and that's what I struggle with a lot. So I know that was a lot, but
No, you're good. I mean that comes with just parenthood. Everybody has their own different ways on how to parent. And then there's certain situations where like there's kids having kids and they're trying to figure out how to be a man or be a woman while also raising a young lady. Um, so it's interesting. Like for me, my mom was 21 when she had me.
mhm.
Still trying to figure out, her lane and her journey. Whereas my dad, he was 27 at that time when he had me, and yeah, man, like my mom has always been my rock. Still to this day, like she's just like I'm a mama's boy at heart, to be honest. Because like I live with mom, stay with dad until his passing. So like during like summers and anytime it breaks through school, like I was always with him. But I was mainly with my mom all the time. So like being raised in a woman dominant household, um, it made me be put in this shell where like I'm always listening to a woman. You know what I mean? Like I'm always going to bat to make sure this woman in my life is okay. And that kind of carried into relationships and always like um, being that guy, like putting certain people on pedestals just to keep them in my life, right? But like wanting her approval meant a lot to me. If I did the dishes without her telling me to, or taking the trash out, or you know what I'm saying, like fixing my bed without her telling me to, and she said, "Oh, okay," that meant something to me. You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't have to uh, do all these things, but I did believe it or not, I was a badass kid growing up. So like, I used to get whoopings a lot. Um, like what kindergartner do you know gets like suspended? Like it's crazy. Yeah, yeah, it's a whole story. But like it was to a point where she had to literally threaten me, like, dude, like I will end you. Like that's what kind of like made me like, oh, like I never seen this side of her before. That lets me know like I need to get myself together. Um, Again, just like chasing that approval, wanting her to feel like her son is doing better and is on a straight and narrow, um, and even with my dad and trying to prove that like I'm at least good enough. You know what I mean? Because I've always had this dilemma in my head where like more so on my dad's side of the family where like I have an older brother and sister, and I've always felt like not amongst my dad or my grandma, but like everybody else, they were like the two head honchos of my dad's kids, and I was just like in the background. Or like, oh, that's just Alan's other son, other kid. You know what I mean? Like I never really got that praise in a sense. It's like 360 now. Now that I know that I'm doing this and I'm chasing my stuff and going after my goals and stuff and doing videos, it's like, oh, okay, you're doing good for himself. Getting that recognition, like, it meant a lot to me because I didn't get it when I was younger.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like I definitely know what it's like to chase after people's approval that's in my life and wanting them to be proud of me. Um, and I also think like my love language is words of affirmation, right? That just goes with anything. So like I need to be told that someone's proud of me. I need to be told that someone loves me and care about me and like they wish the best for me. That keeps me going because that calms this down.
Yeah.
I'm massive,
Sure does.
massive overthinker. So like I question any and everything that I see or deem wrong or is questionable. But um, I've gotten a lot better with it now, trying to figure out like I don't need this person's approval. I don't need this person's a okay or thumbs up to feel like I'm doing good in my life. Because I'm pretty sure like no one saw this, like Kendrick on YouTube doing this, doing that. Like no one saw that except for me. Um, and so like carving out my own path has not been easy at all. But when you have a goal, you have aspiration that you want to go after, it's the little steps that you have to take to get to that mountaintop. You know what I mean? Um, so I definitely know all about wanting approval and trying to go after that.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
It's not. It's funny because like certain things that you were bringing up, like I just really resonate with, like especially like the cleaning, right? It
Yeah.
was one time, like it was one time I was about 8 years old. Um, my mom, she made her my favorite. It was my favorite spaghetti, and the way she would do the spaghetti, it was in a big pot that could last for sure a week, guaranteed with 4 children. Um,
Yeah.
and she used to put like pepperoni and sausages in them. Oh, fire! And bake it with cheese, man. But I she had to go to work around like 6 p.m.
Hmm.
She cooked, went to work, and usually she would get home around like 1 or 2 in the morning. And I remember, like the house was the kitchen was a mess because like she had to go. So I cleaned up. I deep cleaned the mess out that the kitchen, and it was about 11 p.m. when I got done. And I wrote a note. I wrote a note saying, "Hey, mommy, I know that you had a lot to do within a short amount of time. I just want you to know that I cleaned up and I hope you had a great day at work. I love you. And I put that on a note. And then she came and woke me up. It was like 4 in the morning. And she was just crying. And she was like, thank you so much for just doing that. And that was like everything to me, because like that was something she didn't really do often.
Yeah.
Like as if like, hey, like that's expected of you. But for me to go above and beyond, but then even like considering the fact that me understanding our situation or her situation, whatever the case may be, and like just having like empathy for like, hey, like I want you to know I got you too, right? Um, I think like my mom, I barely seen my mom cry. That was one of the few times that I've seen her cry. So like that is what, like you said, like it puts this at ease, and it calms me down. It makes me like want to do more for you, right? But then, at the same time, we just do so much giving. You know, we pour into others so much. Who do we have to pour into us, or do we allow them to pour into us? And that was something I was struggling with a lot. So, and I still am. I'm still struggling with it, but day by day it is getting better. So, yeah, it is. It's nice to hear that. Obviously I'm not alone in that, but
Yeah, most definitely, man. We all have our moments, and want to go far and beyond for certain people in our lives. Just to, I guess, prove to ourselves, like at least that we're worthy, in a sense, for whatever that we're chasing. Um, I know I did. I still have this mentality, but do you still, or did you ever have like a prove everyone wrong mentality at one point in your life on your way to going after what you wanted to do?
nah, nah. And I say that because a lot of people really didn't. I didn't have like non-believers or like anyone like that around me. Like, oh yeah, he can't do this.
Mhm.
And what's weird, and I guess what's weird about it, like, I've been called like, and it still makes me uncomfortable. I get it, but it still makes me uncomfortable. Like I've been called like the chosen one, or like, just things like that. And I don't. It makes me uncomfortable because of how it may make my siblings feel.
Mhm.
Um, I have gotten a lot of praise from different people, but like I care too much about my family thoughts and feelings if I get praise because of jealousy. And I felt that way because of things that I also didn't have. So for instance, I'll break it down. So I so I would get praise in like school, church, um, like just being a quote unquote good kid, right? I was too timid to accept it because of what I probably would have thought, like my siblings were jealous of that. Now, I realized what I realized, I was projecting that. I was kind of projecting that. Why? Because of the things that I also didn't have, right? Growing up, I didn't know my dad. I didn't know my dad. I didn't know my dad's family, nothing. But the rest of my siblings knew their dad and their families. So I was jealous because I was the only one in my family who didn't have that. So it just made me think too much on not accepting praise because I didn't want jealousy to seep in for them, because I already knew deep down I was jealous because I didn't have a family. Like it's crazy how all that works. But yeah,
I feel you. That can definitely, get you in the space to, you know, not feel like you're better than them or feel like you're higher. Um, I 1000% have always been in the mode of prove everyone wrong mindset. Since I was, I think, middle school. It was the I've never told anybody this story besides my therapist, and now I'm telling you, you should feel special. There was this moment where I'm trying to remember. It was fifth grade, sixth grade. There was this home ec class, where we're sewing, we're baking, and all that stuff, right? Um, there was this teacher. I remember. I would never forget her name ever, as long as I live. Um, she was a nice lady, but she was sometimes can be slick with the mouth at times, depending on what kind of student you were. Um, and at that time, man, like I was very quiet and just to myself. I wasn't like out there like that. Like I'm a quiet guy now, still, but like I was like extra back then because like I wasn't as comfortable with people and stuff like that. So like
yeah.
I was the worst to be called on to read or any type of public speaking. Like I was the worst. Like I used to get laughed at all the time. I was just like a very shy kid. Um, but anyway, like I remember a certain time where I was supposed to do something and I would just like not say anything. It was just like I was just stuck in cement, right? And she made a comment to me that just like rubbed me the wrong way. Like you're a teacher, you're supposed to be like uplifting students. You're supposed to like push them in the right direction and be, better than we personally feel now, right? Um, have you ever seen the movie Life with Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You remember that character, Can't Get Right?
yeah. Jaggling, jaggling.
Yeah.
That was you.
No, the one that was quiet, didn't say anything. Baseball dude.
Oh, can't get right. Oh yeah, yeah, bald head. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. She called me that. Yeah. Pretty much called me like, slow, kind of like not with it, right? Mute. So I took that like the very wrong way, obviously. And that it was in that moment where like I thought to myself, like, okay, cool, like you don't see me going far in life pretty much.
Mm.
Or being something in life. So that
Did
was
you
like,
tell your mom?
huh?
Did you tell your mom?
You are the second person I've ever told that to. And the first was my therapist. I've never told that to anyone until her. Like I kept that story to myself for years. Yeah. That was the beginning point of me wanting to like, okay, you don't think I can do this. You don't think I can do this or that. That was like the genesis of me wanting to like prove everyone wrong or prove her wrong. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. If anyone told my baby that, I'm turning them every which way but loose. Because how dare you? How dare you? Say, first of all, this is a child. This is a child. You don't say that. You don't say anything like that. And even if you were playing, not everyone play the same way you do.
Yeah.
That is so out of pocket and so that's so unprofessional.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
Yeah.
Boy, I ain't no
It's
way.
because of that, like I would never forget her name. If I saw her in the street right now, like I would know instantly who she is. Um but yeah, like I've always had that mentality for as long as I possibly can remember, since that moment. And along the way, like you've had people, say like, "Oh, Kendra, you're quiet. You're to yourself. Like I don't see you in this profession of broadcasting. Like you do realize you have to actually talk." Okay, I'm gonna add your name to the list. Like I remember in college, I was talking to someone at one point.
Shawana Wingate.
Wingate or Wingate, whatever
Oh,
you
Wingate. Sorry.
whatever you want to say. It don't matter. Um, yeah, I was talking to someone at the time, and I'm just one of those people. If I'm seeing someone, like I want to share my goals with you. I want to share plan on doing with my life with you. So I showed her the list. She was like, "Okay, I see you. Do you see?" I was just kind of like testing her out, like, "Oh, do you see me doing this?" She said, "No," like right in my face. Okay, I'm gonna write your name down too. Like you don't believe in me. Like you're supposed to be my supposed, future, partner. You don't believe me enough to do this. Um, but yeah, like I've always been the mental note taker in life. Like anybody says or does any inkling of showing that you don't believe in me enough, like I'm gonna remember it. I don't care how long it takes me, like 5, 10 years later, and I'm finally in my goal and finally in my dream, and I see somebody that's on the list. Like, hey, you remember 10 years ago you said I would? Bro, that was 10 years ago. I don't care.
Yeah.
You said that I couldn't do it, and I did it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of like with college, right? Like my mom, there was a literal moment in life at Wingate where like it was very questionable for me to even graduate, and that was a whole situation. And there was a moment where like my mom was like, you know what, just come back home. Just come back home.
You on the list, Mom? You on the list?
She was on the list, but I didn't really,
You
I
didn't
didn't,
write the whole name.
I didn't write the whole name. I
You
just
just had M.O. M.O. M.O.
I just put her initial.
Okay. All right.
Um, but like the grace of God, like a situation happened, and I was finally able to return into schooling. Not only that, but also what my mom told me, like, oh, you might as well just come back. That pushed me through the rest of those semesters, and I was able to walk the stage. That was kind of like my boot to the butt moment of like, okay, I'm gonna do whatever I can to walk that stage, and yeah, I was able to do it. I'm proud of myself, you know. So
Man, that's so.
you learned something new today.
That is crazy. I know you're the interviewer, but I am curious. Like,
What's up?
as of recently, and I'm saying since graduation, has anyone been on that list since?
Oh yeah, for sure. Jobs that I've had since then. Like I remember, I don't want to say the name of the job. I don't want to give them clout. Um, but there was a job that I had at that time, maybe like 2022, 2023, and a lady that just started there. Because at that time I've been there for like a couple months, and she was just starting to come over, and we're talking, and I told her what I went to school for, and she just gave me this look like, and you're working here?
Mm.
You're on the list. um, I got you. But I mean, everybody has their like moments where like they may say little things here and there, like, "Oh man, like that's a really cool industry. Like, why are you working here?" Or, uh, "Why are you even still in the city? Like, you should be doing this. You should be doing that." Like, I clearly know that if things would have went my way, I would not be here. You think I bust my tail in school just to work here? No.
Right. Exactly.
Certain things just doesn't align the way that you want it to as soon as you graduate. Sometimes you just have to do what you have to do in the moment to build yourself up to get to that. Um, and even with that, I had to teach myself that because I was definitely in my head in those moments when my initial plan after graduation didn't pan out. Um, but it's just over time.
Yeah.
You live and you learn.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that you said is like alignment, right? Like sometimes we forget, or sometimes we're working so much, or we, just doing so much that sometimes we forget. So when things happen, we forget that life isn't linear, right? Like, we have these goals, we have these aspirations that we try to do or to accomplish. But like, it may start off linear, right? But then there may be a bump in the road to where you got to go around or go a detour just to get back around, just to get back to the goal. Um, like
Yeah.
a lot of people have to do detours to get to their destination, and have more sense, have more clarity within doing that. Because if everything was linear, a lot of things would and would not be happening. So you did make a good point about that.
Yeah, for sure. The example that I've always used is like when you go traveling and you drive, the first thing you do, obviously, you look the place up on your phone, look at all the routes. You may have like three or four or five. Typically, us humans, we choose the one that's the quickest, right?
Hmm.
Um, and like, say you go in and there's like a roadblock or there's a traffic jam, and I was like, okay, let me just look up another route. Let me go another detour. Let me choose this one. It may be longer, but you're still gonna get to that same destination.
You know what's funny? That literally happened to me, like when I was coming back from Raleigh today. It was a traffic jam, and I was like, I didn't even need the map. I was like, I'm taking this way because I'm gonna be sitting in this traffic and I'm gonna be upset. So I'm gonna take this exit right here. And sure enough, I got home three. It's funny because I got home 5 minutes quicker than the projected time. So yeah, well, that's funny how everything's aligning right now. But
It's life, man.
yeah, hey, life gives you lemons, you make grape juice.
That's the same.
That's my
You
saying.
made that up. Okay, cool. Um, but yeah, like it's interesting because like when you try to value your own goals, um, you try to keep that line of going after yourself, but also wanting to like make your people happy in a sense. Um, have you ever had a moment where whether a parent or a brother or a sister or anybody in your life that means something to you, wanting you to do this, go down a certain lane, but you chose to go over here? And how did that go over?
Uh, yeah, my mom.
Yeah.
For sure, my mom. Yeah, when I was in high school, I was staying with my cousins. And they did an amazing job my junior senior in taking care of me. I wanted to move out of my mom's house because I felt like she couldn't do I feel like it was too much for her to take care of all of us, especially with, my sister getting ready to have her second child, or she did have her second child, but I just felt like there was no room for me to like be loved and cared for, the way I needed to. So I ended up leaving my mom's house. I was 15, bro. I was 15, dog. So I decided to live with my cousins, go to Thomasville. I told my mom, like, it was part of it. I told my mom that I wanted to go to Thomasville or go back home where we're from to play football and have a better opportunity in getting going to college. That is true, but I didn't tell her everything because I knew she would have said no. So, um, yeah, my senior year, I had just graduated. I had just graduated. Um, I had came back from Chicago, um, and I had so many questions about Christianity, right? Like things were just not making sense. Like as far as scripture, as far as like what I've been taught. Like certain things, just I was like, I don't. Something doesn't sound right. So I need clarification. So it was one night, my mom, she came and picked me up. She came and picked me up. And I was like, Mom, like, I'll be honest. Like, after like just learning a lot of things and like just experiencing things and even like reading the Bible, I don't know if like, the Christian life is for me right now. Like I don't know if I want to be a Christian if it's gonna be like this. My mom told me, she was like, son, she said, I'm not even gonna call you that. She said, Jelani, if it's gonna be like that, I I'm disowning you as my son. Because she was like, no one comes before God, and I'm not going to hell for you. And I understood. I understood what she was saying. But at the same time, I what I needed was just like some type of I was curious. I was just curious. Man, like, bro, I'm 17. I was curious about like, man, like, well, what does this actually mean? Does this mean we're hypocrites? Does this mean X, Y, and Z? Like something just doesn't feel right. It's not sitting in my spirit right. It's not sitting in my spirit. Like something just feels off. So, when bringing it to her, like I'm not saying that I needed her to agree with me. I'm not saying that. But I just needed some type of validation.
Mhm.
Like it's okay to be curious. Like if she was to say it's okay to be curious, but from X, Y, and Z, like if she would have started off that way, that would have landed completely different. But the fact that you say I disown you as my son, that's like, man, like that's hurtful because I had a question or because I was curious. And then that pushed me away from Christianity because of that response. Now, I will say, like, I pretty much felt my way back because nothing's linear, right? Um, but yeah, like from like 18 to 23, 22, 23, rough, man. Rough,
Yeah.
rough. Because I was alone. I didn't want to hear what anyone had to say. I was furious, man, because I was disowned. Now, like, of course, my mom, like, she was there, kind of, you know,
Mhm.
but like I said, like my mom, the of course, the older you get, the more you just understand things. But um, yeah, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But that particular instance, that for sure,
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah,
You learned a lot about yourself throughout that. That was during, like you said, 18 to 23, so that's like Chuan days, right? Yeah, yeah, I got you. My situation involves my mom too, where like I pretty much come from like a military family, mostly on my mom's side. My grandmas are 20 plus, great aunts, great uncles, 20 plus. So it's like even my mom, she thought about going as well, as far as the military, and she was like 1 point away from passing the test. She just never went back. And so like she always had like this. She never outright told me, but I always had this feeling like she always wanted me to follow that path, of serving, and that just never really been my thing.
yeah,
Uh, Never really had a desire for it. Um, but like once high school came about, I graduate. Um, because like I was one of those kids, like I didn't really think about life after. Like I was just in the moment, being a class clown, trying to be amongst people, being a follower. But so my grades wasn't the greatest. It wasn't as crisp as I wanted to be. And so had me in a situation where like I didn't know what was next. Um so I literally skipped the entire school year. Um so like I was literally not doing absolutely anything from graduation, which was like May of 2015, literally all the way up to Chawan, which was like what, August of 2016.
Yep.
Uh, so yeah, that was a long stretch of just like being in the house all day because I didn't even work. So like I had a lot of time of trying to figure out like what I want to do.
Yeah.
um, During that time, also like knowing that my mom wants me to do this, so I'm kind of like stuck in limbo. Like, oh, do I just do what my mom wants me to do, or what? So I pretty much let her talk me into doing it. So like I took the test maybe like 2 or 3 times, and I failed it every single time for by however many points. And that was kind of like my notice, like, oh, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be doing this. And then that's when like college came about. Like, oh, I wanted to.
Yeah.
But like at that time, based off of the performance that I did in high school, my GPA wasn't as crisp as I wanted to be. So there was only certain schools that would, accept me, and Chawan was one of them. And due to the fact that it wasn't as far from the house, I just chose there. Never in my life did I want to do anything in sports management, but I always knew what I wanted to do something in sports, so I just took that. And again, like where I was talking about in the previous conversation, like I kind of used Shawan as like my way to leave and exit, and yeah,
I don't think that's a bad thing though. Sometimes I feel like we have to be outside of our circumstances and situations in order for us to realize like what we may actually want or what we may not want or but um I I do try to encourage people to, especially like kids and the kids that I coach, like if you can, bro, get out. Like go somewhere, man. It's so much more out there than just little Winston-Salem or Midway or Thomasville, North Carolina, man. Like you'll be surprised what you see. Like, and I think that they're starting to like see it now, especially because like it's really the upperclassmen, but um it's just like wow, like you know, a lot of them they'll be able to travel now because they are playing football. So there will be instances where they go to Florida, go to Virginia, go to whoever, wherever, Delaware. Like,
yeah,
you get to travel, man. You get to experience what it's like outside of where you grew up. And it just opens your eyes to like what you may envision or what you may want your life to look like. So I am a firm believer in going outside of where you're from. It's just like letting a bird free from his cage.
yeah, for sure. It just wasn't as much to see in Murfreesboro, but it's okay. I was able
That
to
that
experience something different.
The fact that the closest cookout was 45 minutes away in Roanoke Rapids was crazy. The closest Bojangles was in a Hosky, which was 26 minutes away. I
Yeah,
used to hate that. I used to hate that, man. Cause I'm like, bro, I'm hungry.
let's go to McDonald's. It's down the street.
No, man. Abdul's.
I do it. Yeah,
Abdul's, man. Abdul's is the way.
yeah.
Yo, them burgers used to be smack. Greasy, but oh my gosh. Them burgers used to be smack. Cause hold on, what was there? We had a Subway. We had Subway. We had there. It was a Subway by CVS. Yeah,
Okay.
it was a longer walk. It was a longer walk.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a Subway. We had McDonald's. We had Abdul's. That's it. Oh, it was a Chinese spot. It was a Chinese spot beside Abdul's. I forgot what it's called, but I didn't eat there.
Yeah, food line down the way.
Dang, I'm trying to. Where was that food line at? Because I don't remember.
It's like right when you get into town on the left. It's in that little
Oh, yeah.
area.
So people whoever look, I always try to tell people, especially my kids,
Yeah.
don't go.
Don't go to school.
Bro, when I went for my visit, when I went for my football visit, I seen that football field. I was like, "Oh, this the practice field? No, this the game field. What? This the game field, bro? The school that I play, my high school looks better than this 10 times. I'm like, we got wooden split bleachers. Like, where is the money in this? But then, we get to the weight room. It was newly renovated. I'm like, you know what? Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay. And then I see where we practice. I'm like, even the practice field look a little bit better than the game field. That game field, I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it so much because I'm like, this is a joke, man. Y'all need to renovate all, burn it. But yeah, anybody like if you're going for sports, if you're going for football specifically, just look somewhere else. Just look somewhere else.
Yeah.
Unless like this is the only one giving you a full ride, like that's different. But if you have options, do not pick Chwan. I'm telling you. Now, I don't want my experience to affect, anyone else's because at the end of the day, like it's not my choice. But just knowing like being there and everything of that nature, like you won't gain much out of it. To me, I thought academically it was cool. It was all right. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Just go to VTech, man. Go to VTech. Or VCU.
Hey, all right, bro. All right. Too soon. I'm not ready for that.
Hey man, I still support. Hey man,
I can't even laugh.
still my team, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, I remember my first time going out there for the you remember SOAR? The little
Oh, yes.
yeah, me and my mom got lost like at least 3 times. It was like, what the hell are we at? You know what I mean? That's like
Lots of cotton fields out here. Yo, Kendrick, please, I need you to back me up on this. Can you please tell people I am not kidding when it's like at least a mile stretch of cotton, but when you're in Conway,
Yeah.
because people think I'll be lying. I'm like, no, it is a cotton field for real.
yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. It was crazy. But yeah, getting there was hard, but we made it in time. But I'm gonna be honest. This is like full transparency. So like whenever I get nervous or like get worried about something or scared about something, like I get this feeling inside, and I gotta take one. If not that, just like pass wind. And it's not one of those loud ones; it's those quiet ones. Those are the worst. And I remember we had like a little thing in the auditorium. I forgot what it's called. You remember the name of the auditorium in the main office or the main building? I mean,
Dang, I'm trying to think. Where was the auditorium? I'm tripping.
like as soon as you get to get to the campus, it's
Oh yeah. Oh, it was the plantation house. Yes, that is right.
the yeah. They had some type of presentation for us, and I was, we were sitting in the back, and I couldn't hold it, man. There was so many people around us. I didn't care. Like I'm nervous. I'm in college.
Boy, you nasty, boy. You nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. I forgot about that auditorium.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That felt like forever ago now. Oh, yeah. Because as soon as you walk in, it's literally right down that ramp as soon as you walk in.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, shout out. I remember her name too. Shout out to the coordinator and recruiter who worked at Chuan at the time, Rebecca Fretz. Clutch, dog. She was cool. She was my advisor. Um,
I remember mostly faces than names.
yeah. So she was at Chuan for about a year or two, and I always went to her for like everything. I'm like, hey, like, and then like, two, she played basketball, so
Mm-hmm.
she was very relatable, personable, and like she was one of the few reasons why like I actually went to Chuan because she was really cool. So she did her job, and I'm pretty sure she got paid for it because she made a fool out of me. but I shout out to her. She did help me through tough times while being at Chuan.
Yeah. Weren't you an RA at one point?
Never,
Never? Or am I tripping?
never.
Yeah.
Yeah, after that first year, I dipped. I dipped.
Wait, you was only there for freshman year, right? That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Left me by myself.
Yeah. Well, yeah, King. You all right?
Yeah. Um, I was asking about the RA thing because, like, I remember I'm trying to remember. Was this my freshman year or sophomore year? But there was this one RA that was one of the RAs for. It wasn't Belt. It was the women's dorm that's right beside Dunn. What was the name of them?
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't know the name of it.
Yeah. She was a RA there. One of the RAs for one of the floors. Man, I had a chance. I had a shot, but like miscommunication and all that kind of got in the way of that. But it's okay.
Hey, we on beneath the surface. This boy trying to get beneath the sheets.
That's crazy. No, I had thought about her, but
That boy had a core memory flashback.
we talking about Juwan. It just a lot of memory just came back.
Hey, nah, because it do be certain things I forget happen, and it's just like, whoa, that did happen. Like, man,
Did you go to any parties?
nah, I wasn't the party type.
What?
My freshman year,
Oh, you football. You can't do anything.
exactly, bro. It was nothing to do. But if we did go, I never went to a party at Chuan. Never, not one. I was too tired too, cause bro, the morning workouts. I was, bro. If I miss this morning workout, I'm done. I'm cooked, bro. And then like we have a late night study hall. Like, okay, so this is wait, was it Penny Hall? Was it Penny? No. I'm trying to think of the dorm now since you said something about it.
I'm about to look it up.
We had Dunn, we had Penny, we had Belk, we had Parker.
Parker.
Dang, what is that last one? Man, I'm trying to think. What was that last one? Hmm. Dang. Man, I can't think. But I sure do remember when they built those suites. Well, not when they built the suites, but they were brand spanking new, and everyone wanted to stay over there. That man is locked in.
Yeah, I'm focused right now. Hold on, man. Let's see. Let's see. Did you ever go like to the Whites?
Hmm. Yeah, so that's where a lot of the foot. Well, yeah, that's where like almost all the football players stayed. If they were like sophomores through seniors, they stayed in Whites. So, but yeah, when Whites, yeah, I remember when Whites was like brand new.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I was always going to White's, but I wasn't going to any parties.
Simons, bro.
Simon. Oh. Yo, no, wait. Bro, do you remember those trailers? Um, you remember those trailers? Um, beside slash behind. Was that done? It was like where our health classes were.
Yeah.
Bro, I used to hate that walk from Parker to to those trailers, bro. Bro, my legs used to be on fire because then my class spent. I had it in the spring, so bro, like I got out at like 3 o'clock. I got out of class at 3 o'clock. We got practice at 3:30. Bro, I used to be hauling butt to the locker room because bro, like that was too long of a walk. I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
I used to ask, can I please leave like 5 minutes early, please, bro? Because no shit, like dead serious. It's about an 8 minute. It's an 8 minute walk, and like I used to hate it, bro. Like the quickest way was 8 minutes, and don't let it rain because you're not getting. It's too muddy. It's too muddy trying to get through there, and
Yeah.
but then I ended up finding a ride. So my classmate, shout out to I don't remember her name,
Dang.
but yeah.
No, I remember my sophomore year. I was living in Whites, and I messed around and had an 8 a.m. That's in the health area. Yeah, but luckily my mom had bought me a bike, so like I was just dashing.
Boy, ain't no way, bro. That walk used to be crucial. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, man.
and from Whites, that's a good 20.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember there was one moment where like I didn't even like I woke up early in time to get ready and all that. I just like, you know what, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm just
tired, man.
yeah. Nah, but yeah, like that's how. But you said earlier, like, well, I play football. Like a lot of people really don't understand like the day in the life because even off season it's a lot, but during season, dude. So waking up, we got lift at 5:30. We got workouts at 5:30 in the morning.
Dang.
Um, Conditioning around like 6:45 maybe. Then we're done by like 7:30. We're done by 7:30. Make sure you shower and everything, get some breakfast if you know. Then you have your classes, but then you have to make sure between 11 to 12 that you don't have anything because those are our meetings. I lied. I take everything back that I just said. We had workouts at 5:30 in the morning. So we had our workouts and conditioning. After that, we had film. We had film for about 25 minutes. Um, we had film for about 25 minutes. Then, if need be, you can go get breakfast or whatever. And if you had class, obviously go to class. But yeah, from 11 to 12, we had team meetings. We had team meetings, and then we had film breakdown again. And then we was going over like practice schedules and stuff, and so all that between like 11 to 12. Then after that, you have another meeting with your coaches, with your individual coaches, just to like give you a heads up on what to prepare for today's practice or this week, whatever the case may be, for about 15 minutes. Then you have classes. You finish your classes, and then we have practice from like 3:30 to like 5:30, or is it 3:30 to like 6? Because I don't remember what time we ended, but one thing I do know, we always used to rush because we was gonna miss dinner at the cab. So and I think they closed at 7 or 7:30. But so then after you eat, you got another meeting. We got another meeting at 8 o'clock. Um we have another meeting at 8 from 8 to 8:30, and then we have study hall from 8:30 to 9:30. And then we have one final meeting from 9:30 to 10, and then your day is done. That was every single day. Every single day.
No, that's crazy.
So no, I did not want to go party. But I try to tell the kids that like this is the schedule. Like that, and you'll get used to it, but that first week, man, oh man. Now, I will say going to school before school started, like summer workouts, dude, we so I got there August 4th. When we had mat drills, that was the worst. We had practice 3 weeks straight, nonstop, full pads, 3 weeks straight. I was tired. Then was no girls on campus, bro. It was just the lunch ladies, bro. The lunch ladies was starting to look good. Boy, them camp pies is serious. You almost hit anything. And bro, we go to Chuan. Ain't nothing out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, Miss Lucy, you know what I'm saying? You don't look too bad. But yeah, yeah, summer. Oh, that was the worst. But if you can make it through the summer workouts, you'll be all right.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't party, man. You know.
Yeah. Now when I got the A&T, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, I did. I was definitely like, for me, this is like first time ever being away from home, long period, no mom, no
I want
brother.
to do right.
Like, I was definitely, out there. You know what I mean? Um, Party, every other weekend. You know what I'm saying? And I had the plug too, because like my roommate was the one that always told me, "Oh, there's gonna be such and such at here," and cool, I'll be there. Yeah, man. Like I got stories on that too, man. You know, I seen a lot. It was crazy, but
Yeah,
you know,
college, man. Those
college,
4 years is something.
college, and like I can honestly say, like to this point, to this day, my freshman year was my best year. Um, Not to say like sophomore year at Tremont was cool, but that was kind of like my transition year of trying to figure out like what's next because like I wasn't happy. You know, the freshman year was cool, but like sophomore year was like the realization came. It was like, oh, I'm really not happy here for real. I'm just here just to be here. And then that was like the transition of wanting to finally go after this dream that I'm still on with broadcasting. And I just got tired of lying to my people saying that I was happy here. And I just had a moment. I was like, okay, like it's either now or never. So I made that decision, and the first thing to do was to transfer and do what I had to do for me. And the friends that I had at the time was like, no, don't leave us. It's like, hey,
Sorry.
I gotta do what I gotta do. Um, but yeah, and then so like with Wingate, they didn't set all my credits from Chuan. I had to
You too?
I had to repeat my sophomore year.
You too?
Yeah, I'm a 5-year grad. Yeah.
Bro, when I went to A, I was hot when I found that out. They was like, yeah, these two classes don't, uh,
Oh no, wait.
they was like, so you're technically still a freshman. I was like, what? Oh, I was hot. I was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two freaking classes.
Hey, that was more time, more freedom. That's how I looked at it.
Well, oh man. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So college was fun.
Yeah, it was, man. College was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do wonder, like, sometimes I wonder, I'm like, what would I say to myself, like me now? What would I say to young me or college me? I probably wouldn't want to hear it. A and T, I probably wouldn't want to hear it. Chowan, I would hear myself out. A&T, no.
Yeah. See, I try to avoid schools like that. A&T and like A&T, Central, ECU. Like I knew not to like
I'm
even
glad you threw a white school in there because I was about to say
I
this
knew
don't
not
sound
to,
good.
I knew not to walk on those campuses. I was not going to graduate. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was put on academic probation at A&T.
Bro, I was on that too at Wingate. I was
Oh yeah, you would have crashed and burned at A&T then.
yeah. But like for me, when I was on it, because like when I transferred, um, they didn't have enough space for me on campus. So there was this hotel like a mile away, maybe like 2 miles, that was in affiliation with the school. So like people that don't have spaces on campus, you can just live in the hotel pretty much and just get shuttled back and forth if you didn't have a car. Um, my first time at like a new school, not knowing anything, not knowing, what to do and all that. I was definitely like spaced out. Like I didn't feel connected with the school like that. So like once I left campus and went to my hotel room, like what I learned that day just went in one ear and out the other. Like I'm just playing a game, doing whatever. It doesn't even feel like I'm in school for real. So like I definitely effed up my first semester. Like I had like two Fs. Um, so that was kind of like my warning. And then I had another F that following semester. So that's when I got on probation. Then I had like a write like a it was like 200, 300 word paper on like why I should come back and all that.
Me too.
So yeah, I knew all about it.
Yeah, oh man, that's funny. Yeah, mine happened literally after COVID. So, because COVID had hit, and at that point, I was like, I'm not doing no work. I'm just getting straight to the money.
Yeah.
And yeah, after that, I ain't do no work. I was just like, I'm too busy making money right now. Like I did the bare minimum for every class,
Mm.
and like my grades were very average before, but me not doing the work most definitely didn't help at all.
Yeah, yeah.
So then I was put on. I got the warning after COVID. Then I got the suspension after the first no, the probation the first semester. And then and then that next semester I got suspended. So yeah, that was crazy. So then I ended up I took like a year and a half off. So when I tried to get back into school, I tried to transfer, but I couldn't transfer because I was on academic suspension.
Yeah.
But yeah, dang, what was I about to say? But I was able to transfer. I had to pretty much get wait, did I take it? Oh no. So I took I took online classes with A&T, and they I'm trying to think. Did I get it enough to get off? I don't remember, but I was really close. But anyway, so I withdrew from the school and I was able to transfer um, to St. Leo University online and just finish school there. So literally my senior year, it was just online.
Where is that at?
Florida.
Florida. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never heard of that in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How do you like nowadays? Like, how do you manage like your self care? Like, that's like one of the biggest lessons I've learned. Like, making sure you're the person that you see in the mirror is taken care of. Is just as important. You going so hard for other people
Mm.
in life. Um, so how do you juggle like being a husband, being a father, also a son, brother, cousin, all that. But how do you also manage time for yourself as well?
Man, it's funny because I was just telling my pre-wife this last Sunday. You know, um, I've been battling waves of like depression, man. Um, some days are better than others, but yeah, like it's getting better, but like I said, some days are just tougher than others. Um, but I just try to remind myself that every day is a new day to grow and to get better 1% every day. The fact that I think what helps me stay sane or helps me keep going or helps put myself at ease is knowing that I'm able to wake up the next day or even come home
Mhm.
to my family. That is for me, that is the greatest blessing I can have. Um and I mean, but also like making time for me to do what I actually like to do. So I mean, I typically like to play the game. I'm gonna play that game because I just know that kind of like
Yeah.
that's what I need. Or uh, I'm very impulsive, so if I feel like doing something, I'm gonna do it. Like Now that I've been grilling, all I want to do is grill now. Um, because it is nice, man. It's therapeutic. I'm outside. It's like it's almost like fishing, kind of. Um, but yeah, for me, I just surround myself with people who I know like love and appreciate me, or I people I can laugh with. Like I like being around my kids, man. Or I love being around my son Carter. That boy is funny. Um, I love being around my wife, especially on the weekends, because like she works a lot throughout the week. But like sometimes we just chill all day. I'm playing a game, or she's playing a game, and like like we just chilling, man. Like that's how I keep myself at ease. But it's always nice to have a. I think I'm too lucky because to have a partner who likes to play the game.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't really do too much. I don't really do too much. But if I feel like I need to do something, I will do it. It's almost like an itch. Like I have to do it. It's
Yeah.
almost but man, what keeps me at ease though, or what keeps me going, or how I take care of myself is making time to do the things that I actually like to do. So that way I can show up in spaces the way I need to show up. So if that's grilling, I'll grill. If
Yeah.
that's playing the game, I'll play the game. If that's shoot, I mean, binge watching TV. I mean, yeah. What I mean? Because I really don't need much, man. Or, if it's me and the family just going out for a few hours. We've been going back to church. So, like, that kind of helps me too. Us just getting out the house and, so.
Okay. That's always good to have like a foundation, trying to figure out like, what makes you you. And yeah, like I've gotten a lot better at taking care of myself. Like I said earlier, where like I've always been so used to giving and giving and giving to people. And one of the many things I've learned throughout myself, with therapy is like I never truly realized how much I did give, and then when I lay down at night, I realized I didn't do anything for myself.
Mm.
Um, so like finding what makes Kendrick was definitely a time and a journey for me. And so it just goes down to the basics, like what do you like? What do you like to do when you're by yourself, or when you have moments where like you just want to be impulsive, like you said, like, oh, I like playing video games. Play video games. Oh, I like watching movies. Okay,
Right.
we go to the movies. I like buying myself things. Okay, go shopping. Um, oh, I like going to my favorite restaurants to eat. Go to the favorite restaurants to eat. And so it's pretty, not to say simple, but like it's so like basic. Like do
Yeah.
what you love and do what you enjoy doing. Um, and if just sitting around and listen to your family talk and have those family conversations make you happy as well, do that. Share those moments with them, because it's priceless. So um and now, being a content creator, I enjoy doing this as well. It brings me joy and peace that like I finally step out of my comfort zone, and I'm doing this. It's pretty cool, man. I'm on a 6-year journey. I started this in 2020, and
Crazy.
insane. Like sometimes I go back to my older stuff, and I'm just like, wow,
Ew. Yeah.
ill,
Yeah.
nasty. uh, that just goes to show like my growth and just like me taking the steps of wanting to do better, um, creating a, I guess, presence on screen and doing you know just a little work that got me to where I am today, and being and having a better presence and stuff. So yeah, man, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of the journey. I'm proud of the growth.
Yeah.
Mhm. What I'm also trying to do better at, I kind of talked about it earlier, where like just being present. I've always been the type of person like, okay, cool, I did this. What's next? Um, been here, done that. Cool. Like, what's the next goal? What's the next journey? Rather than just being present and enjoy what's going on right now, or appreciate what you have done up to this point. I've been very blind to that
Yeah.
for a very long time, um, and so I'm growing to be better at being more present with things, and like I'm real good at my self care nowadays, where it's like I just be having moments where I'm just to myself. Like I'm not as eager to text someone back, not because I'm bored of them or don't want to talk. I just want to have moments to myself because like I constantly gave and gave and gave. Like I was one of those people where like I instantly texted people back. Like I'll stop doing what I was doing,
Drop everything.
drop everything, call back, text back, as if I ain't got nothing going on. When I really do, but I'm like stopping what I'm doing to cater to somebody. Um, so like I've pulled back a lot and trying to, enjoy me a little bit more. So
Yeah, man, I think that's hard, but that also just once again like just kind of stems from like the things that we've been through as a child and like our family family normatives. Uh like I said, like we were just placed in roles before we even knew who we were. So it is nice to see you, do what you love and not not allow it to, I don't want to say stress you out, but just more so of like the fruits of the your labor of putting in the work, right, is really starting to reveal itself because, and I'm a stat guy. I am I love numbers. Kendrick, last year, from what I remember, I think your I think the views that you had on your YouTube account was like about 15,000, 15 or 18,000. And now you're almost at 40,000.
yeah,
The one of the most recent videos you dropped are almost at 2,000 views. You have 10 videos with over 1,000 views. Like it's those, moments where it's those little things that it's like, wow, like look how far, or look how the results are starting to really reveal, or just show itself, man. Like it took 6 years to finally for people to really see something, right? um and I just know it's only going to continue to grow, because obviously more ideas kick in, more conversations, more current events, like just all of these things. Like you have, it's going to be hard to go back down. Like
yeah,
you got to work hard to do that. You got to work harder to fail. is what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, I just wanted to give you your flowers on that. But yeah, man, almost had 40,000 views, dog. Like that's that just shows consistency. That shows how much you love this, how much you love doing it, man. I feel like it really just starts from with you. I feel like it's like you said. I think it's proving yourself right, but then also speaking for the people who can't speak either, or who are scared to.
Yeah.
So
Well, I appreciate that, man.
yeah,
That's also something that I struggled a lot with.
yeah, same. Compliments are weird.
It's not that I don't. It's not like I don't appreciate compliments or hate
Right.
compliments. Like when you've built your life on trying to prove people wrong, and you're so used to negativity. Like it's like when someone actually gives you your flowers or says nice stuff, and it's actually genuine. It's like, okay, I appreciate that. I'm not used to
Yeah.
that. You know, kind of like what I was talking about with former coworkers or people I went to school with. Like I'm so used to people always having something to say
Mhm.
negatively. Um, so it's just like I'm trying to be more receptive of compliments. It's not easy.
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah,
It is hard. Cause then it's almost like, wait, you really think that? But you know it's genuine, but it's just like, hmm, like it's almost like, what do you actually want?
hey, what do you want? What
Yeah,
you,
what do you want from me?
you know what I'm saying?
You trying to butter me up?
What you here for?
Yeah, what you want from me?
Yeah, but I feel like kind of like what you were talking about earlier, as far as like you just grow accustomed to like doing what people say. Like I said, like with my grandma, like my mom, I've grown accustomed of just like doing what my mom says, or making sure to do this because I know my mom likes it, or um, not wanting to be a disappointment. And so now being in a space of her pulling back now because like I'm an adult now, like I can move how I want, but also making certain moves that I know like wouldn't disappoint her. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a letdown. So that drives me. Um, still, but she just built a foundation in me. It's just always doing the right thing and making sure that um, if you do something, okay, make sure you have some type of love for it or passion. Don't just to do it. Don't do it just to do it. Like learning the lesson of going to Chihuahua. Like I just did it just to go. Um, so yeah, and also like hearing that like she's proud of me with my videos and stuff like that because like she didn't envision me being a YouTuber at all. So just seeing the growth that she's seen, with my channel, always bring a smile on my face. Like,
Yeah, man. It
thanks.
is, man. It is nice. It is nice
You know what I mean?
because, like I said, like it is the work that has been put into, man. It's the work that and then just even rebranding, right? Like you had to rebrand, and now look what it's doing. So, you went back to the drawing board, like you did all of these things through experience, and it's like now really seems like okay, I think I got something that's clicking, and it's starting to work in your favor. So
Yeah, it's been a cool journey. Looking forward to what's next, but also appreciating right now too. So,
yeah,
you know what I mean? How you enjoy today?
Say it one more time.
How did you enjoy today?
How did I, man? So after so I was in Raleigh for 2 days.
Really?
I had to, as Ocho would say, Raleigh.
Yeah.
Um, I had to attend this workshop, and it was good. But today, man, I was soaking up the sun. It was a beautiful day, man. Soaking up the sun. Went to the mall out there. Uh, did some got some stuff from Old Navy. Huge. They had a huge clearance sale. Huge clearance sale. So I got some good stuff I got a bang for my buck.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and then I was just like, well, let me go back home because I am ready to see my pre-wife and kids. So yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Oh,
I don't need much.
yeah, yeah. I was mainly talking about today's pod, but it's okay. It's okay. You went to Raleigh. You went to Old Navy. That's Old Navy is like one of my favorite stores too. So
I love Old Navy. They got some good stuff.
for me, it's Old Navy, Target.
I'm too big to shop at Target, so I can't do that.
It's not that bad. Ain't no
They,
wrong
they,
either.
hmm?
Ain't nothing wrong with Walmart either.
That's true. Nah, I'm not saying that on here because somebody go get nah. I see because I don't want to get myself in trouble. I don't want to get nobody else in trouble.
What do you mean?
I'm not saying it, bro.
What does it pertain to?
I'm not admitting to a crime.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Oh man, yeah. But well, I haven't done it in a long time. I don't plan to either. But when times was hard, oh yeah, absolutely. But um, man, I don't. What was the question, Kendrick? I'm sorry.
My original question was, how did you enjoy today's pod?
Man, it was great, man. I felt like it was nice to just let out some things, or
Yeah.
really just talk about things that I haven't really talked about in a while, and just like acknowledging it and embracing it, but in honoring it too, regardless of if it's good or bad. But um,
Acknowledge.
hmm?
Is it acknowledge?
but um, yeah, man, it's nice. And then just even thinking about or thinking back of like how school was. Like I really didn't realize, or sometimes I forget how intense like my freshman year was at Chowan. Um, Especially because I really feel like I didn't have a lot of people to like talk to then, which is one of the other reasons why I left. But um yeah, man, I love being able to share my story and tell my story. So I really did enjoy myself, and I just even appreciate you for allowing me to do that.
Yeah, most definitely, man. You always got a chance to get up here, man. Just let me know.
Yeah, indubitably.
Feel me? Yeah. I do have one wrestling question, and then we can go. Because I was on TikTok this morning at work.
All right. So okay. So if we doing that, then I'll ask my question.
Which one to go first?
You can go first.
Okay, cool. This might be a super easy one, but there's this group of guys that do like sports debates and like, oh, who you take over this person or who you take over this person. And there was like, there's 4 John Cena rivalries, but you have to cut one of them, right? You got him and Edge, him and Orton, him and Brock, and him and Punk. which one of those rivalries are you taking away?
Oh shoot. Brock.
Yeah, easy for me.
Brock.
Because I feel like with a rivalry, like both people have to win like decisively. Like we can't really recall when did John like have a decisive win over Brock besides the Extreme Rules match. Outside of that, like Brock has always like decimated Cena. Um, so it's just like
Yeah, no. But
yeah, like
now if it was the other three, I would be
stuck
yeah.
because like him and Edge just defined a certain era,
Yeah.
and him and Randy just defined like a generation. Um, and him and Punk was just like yeah.
It was just it's different levels of intensities. But I think if I had to rank it, oh man. Oh, I'm gonna go Orton Edge Punk.
Okay.
And I'm only saying that because of when was that? Was that 2012? When they started feuding again.
Ooh,
When he was with the Authority or Randy.
Randy. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I'm putting it one. It rejuvenated pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that Punk one was really good too. Yeah, Punk is three though.
Yeah. Okay. I can't even rate them. To be
No,
honest,
hey, that's valid too.
I can't even rate them. They're all heat.
Yeah.
So,
Um. Yeah. So with Randy, you know, supposedly heel, or I guess heel now again. Which version of Randy do you think was more menacing or more violent? The the young Randy from like 2023 to 27 or like bald head Randy from like 29 to like 31? Cuz I need you to think about this.
wait, you said that you said his age?
Yeah, so which version of Randy was more like dangerous, more like oh shoot, like more reckless, more menace like and endangered, like he is get him out of here like that. The young Randy when he was like 23 to like 27, or the Randy when he like went bald. So he was about like 28 or 29 from like 31.
That first option was that from like
So like evolution
evolution to
to post like pre no hold on I was about to say pre legacy, but kind of like it stops at legacy, and then the ball head Randy starts like mid legacy, post legacy.
oh ball hair Randy for sure to
How
me
come? I want to know how come.
because like Randy has always had that imposing figure to himself. You know what I'm saying? Just like crisp in the ring, but like I'm not gonna say like as an audience we didn't take him seriously as a heel, but like he was always that arrogant, cocky guy. But like
Hmm.
for him to turn himself into someone just like menacing and just like violent and just like different, that was definitely during that era where like Ballhead and Randy was just like different. And I think also kind of like going back to my question that like when he was in that, feud with John, that kind of like pursued it even more, punt kicking his dad, um, and doing, the things that he did to Cena as well. That just like put him on the map to be like that number one guy, especially as champion. Um, it just elevated him to another status during that time versus, when he was in Evolution or even that pinpoint of him being by himself, for a while, then rated RKO, and he wasn't as imposing at that time, in my opinion. Um, but like Ballhead Randy just like put him on the map to be like a
Mhm.
serious main event guy, in my personal opinion.
No, that's
Um,
fair.
and that was like what, 08, 09, 10, 11.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, because like he was like the number one heel at that time. So
Yeah. I struggle with this because I was like, man, because once again, this is why I was like, like Randy Orton and Kobe, they're very similar. They're very similar because, like you said, ball-handed Randy is what put him on the map, or like that's what solidified him as the main event guy, right? Same when Kobe like switched his number, or when he won with Powell. Like, do
yeah,
you not see the similarity in that? Um, this was tough. I think it maybe because it was the exposure, maybe that the ball head Randy may have the advantage. But here's my argument, or here's what I think when it comes to the younger Randy. Um, I think the biggest difference is the unpredict. Like it was young Randy, he was reckless, like he was a loose cannon, and he was so unpredictable. To whereas Randy, the ball headed Randy, he controlled the chaos, and he what's the word I'm looking for? He was calculated. He was very calculated as the ball head. Oh nine Randy, right? I think what the younger Randy, what makes him more dangerous a little bit is that there was no pattern to study. With '09 Randy, you knew a point was coming
mhm.
eventually. Like it became predictable. But with the younger Randy, you didn't know who he was going to RKO. This man RKO, what's that old lady name? Something May.
Man, yeah.
Why? You didn't have to do that. Like, um,
Yeah, that was the time frame where like he was like killing legends, right? RKOing Hulk, McFoley, um,
Undertaker,
Taker, right?
and then he dissed Eddie Guerrero. Because remember when Ray is the one who eliminated Randy Orton in the Royal Rumble, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, Eddie isn't looking down at us. He's looking over here. And hell, like, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. I know that was Vince,
Yeah.
but still, like that was crazy. Um, um, I'll say this. I think that the once again, I think the '09, like Randy Orton, was a predator that you could study, but that young Randy Orton, he was just a problem. Like you could not predict. You could not predict what he was going to do. Like, because rated RKO, like what they did to DX and Ric Flair, what he used to do to Ric Flair, bro. When they smacked him with when they smacked Ric Flair with that chair, blood everywhere. I was crying. I wasn't crying with bald headed Randy Orton, or when he took Eddie Carr and drove Undertaker back, reverse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought he died.
Or when he burnt the casket.
Yeah,
We burnt the casket. Mick Foley, when he threw him down the stairs. All right, that was actually crazy. You have to throw him down the stairs, bro. Yeah, like, but to your point, right? I think you kind of made a point, or you helped my point. He had something to prove, and that's what made him more dangerous, in my opinion. I feel like he had something to prove, and he didn't have any control, which allowed more chaos. But the ball headed Randy was just like, yeah, he was like a crash out, but everything was so like precise and calculated, and once again predictable. Like he was doing some crazy stuff as ball headed Randy. But the young one, I mean, like, because that's where he got the name, the Legend Killer, and that thing sticks with him. So I mean, that was my question. Now that was my question.
no, you can't go wrong either way. I mean, both versions was like iconic.
Yeah. Well, I love it.
Yeah, I was pricing that too. You know, Randy Orton, man. You know what else I was doing when I was a kid? I was doing the Shane O'Mac, the dance.
I could never get it. I could never get it.
Nah, man, I love Shane, bro.
No, I'll tell you what I was doing. I was doing a lot. Shawn Michaels for sure. So you know what's funny? So like Shawn Michaels is actually my favorite wrestler. But like John Cena, he has like this. Like I can't explain it. Like it's like I like, if I had to choose. Oh man, that's actually tough. Like when WrestleMania 23 happened, I didn't know who to pick. But
Mm,
I think I was leaning a little bit more towards Sean because I knew he was older and like his window was just getting smaller. But I
yeah,
most definitely wanted him to be Undertaker. I was like, I don't care about that streak.
damn.
Yeah, I don't care nothing about that streak. But
Dang.
what?
Want rocking with the street?
Not when it came to Sean. Not when it came to Sean. But yeah, Sean, he's my favorite wrestler. But like John, I don't know. Like it's tough. I don't know how to explain it, but like Sean and John, Sean, John.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Between them two, I just mm-mm. I
Yeah.
be wanting to say some stuff, but I feel like I'll be scared because it's one thing I'd be wanting to say, but I know there would be like death threats coming.
What?
Not death threats, but let me be honest. Like after 2002, The Rock was overrated.
So like when he came back for like host 23, the whole host Cena thing,
Overrated.
and he came back with it,
Overrated.
defeated Punk streak, had a run back him and Cena. So that whole phase right there.
After 2002, The Rock is overrated.
I mean, I can see your point. You know, what was your favorite Rock era?
I don't have one. I really didn't like The Rock like that.
Wait, so did it rejuvenate like when he was the final boss? Like did that overratedness like go away, or you still feel the same way?
Still felt the same.
This was a great episode. Um, you know, for me, like I truly enjoy the final boss. For me personally, only
Well,
leading like
I'll
4.
say this: the final boss is kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah.
For me, I'm just like, I guess because yes, he is amazing on the mic, like untouchable. That's it. I just don't expect much from him, especially being older now and things of that nature. Um,
Now 40's match was good though, man. All right.
he did okay. He for his age and for his the pace and everything. I will give respect.
Mm-hmm.
I will give him credit in that, but still, he's still overrated.
Where's he at in your list?
In my list, oof, you wouldn't like my list. He will probably be in my top 10 now.
Okay, that's respectable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
top 5. I don't know. He might be in like that 7 range.
He in my 5.
Hey, more power to you. I think what always bothered me with The Rock was just the long gaps. But I get it. I get it. Movie star, things like that. He just had a lot of long gaps, and I'm like, I can't rock with it.
I mean, there's some people can argue, there were gaps in Sean's career.
No, not as long as The Rock's.
Lost his smile.
Not as long as The Rock's.
True.
Like, okay, before WrestleMania 40, when was the last time we seen The Rock?
Before the build up to 40, um,
And I'm saying like wrestling.
oh no. Well, the 32 thing with the Wyatts, but
32. How long is that?
that was what 2016.
That's 8 years.
Yeah.
That's a big gap. Okay, and then 32. What was it? 28, 29, 29. 3 years. Okay, that's respectable. So, okay, so before John Cena, when was the last time?
2002.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
too many
2003
big gaps.
because he had that match with Goldberg.
But my point exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I think he's overrated. Now, if he was like, every 2 to 3 years, different. But bro, you got 6 years, 8 years. Like that's too long. It's way too long. To me. Yeah.
What about Punk? That's 10 years.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care for Punk either. Now, Punk will probably be in my top 20 though.
What?
Punk is cool. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I like Punk. I like Punk before my favorite version of Punk was ECW.
ECW.
Yeah.
You want wrestling with Summer Punk?
Before he cut his hair.
Okay.
before he cut his hair, I like that Punk. I will say that. But I will say he was a good heel. I will say he was a good heel.
Yeah,
But
he was. Yeah,
but I don't know. It's just something about Punk that's like it don't resonate with me, or like you know. But I do give credit where credit's due. Like he's good, but I'm not going to say Punk is like overrated, but he's not the best in the world.
fair. I got one more name for you.
You better not say Cody Rhodes.
No,
Oh, who?
he's been pretty consistent, even when he left.
You said who?
I said he's been pretty consistent, even when he left. He was doing indies and stuff. Um, Adam Copeland.
All right, hold on. Time out. I got to put an asterisk on Edge, or I mean Adam Copeland.
Why? Because he was injured. I mean,
Bro, a neck injury? A neck injury.
true.
But yeah, I'll put Edge over both of them. For me.
Over who? Rockin' Huh? Okay. Yeah, that's
For
fair.
me.
Edge is in my 10.
Yeah, for me. Like, Edge up there.
Okay.
Nah, you know what? Let me be for real. Probably Rock would be above Edge. I was just Rock is above Edge, but I prefer Edge consistency rather than Rock's. For me, the best ability is availability. If you're not available, why would I want to see you?
Yeah.
That's just me though. That's me. I could give a darn cahoot. I don't care if you got goosebumps. I don't.
Yeah.
So now we got a problem. But yeah, I mean, that's me. I like him more as an actor than a wrestler.
Yeah. What was your favorite version of Edge?
Oh. Uh oh yeah, when he was with Lita.
Yeah.
The best. That was the best.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I do wish that John Morrison got a bigger push though in the WWE.
John Morrison.
Bruh, don't be disrespecting him, bruh. The slow mo, bruh, with the chrome hearts, Starship Pain. Oh my, bro, that's a hard title. Starship Pain.
What about Evan Bourne?
Uh, he was a great high flyer, but that's it.
All right.
But like the thing is though, like John Moore, like Johnny Nitro, he was tag team. You know what I'm saying John Morrison had more to offer than Evan Bourne.
Why you put the strap on it then? The title. Why didn't you put the
Oh,
title?
yo, that's a tag, bro. Get away. Nah, but wait. Well, he was That's why I said I wish he would have had a bigger push, because he was the IC champ, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
ECW champ.
Oh yeah. See, thank you.
It's not the world title.
Evan Bourne didn't get nothing. Well, he just got a tag team. Oh wow.
He was a US champ too, I think.
What?
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta look that up. Nah, you gotta look that
Bro,
up.
he was US champ.
Nah, bro, you gotta look that up. That don't even sound right. If he was, that's crazy. If he did, I'm pretty sure Daniel Bryan beat him, huh?
He was tag champ.
I knew it, bro. I was like, ain't no way he got a push like that, bro. Especially getting RKO like that.
Tag champ.
Nah. His career ended that night. Wasn't he tag champs with Kofi?
Yeah, Kofi. Yeah.
SOS. I heard them shouting. Shout out to Kofi Kingston, man.
Yeah, man.
If you had to get some new merch, who merch would you get?
Oba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. After what he did to Brock. Yo, that don't make no sense. The way he threw Brock like he was a rag doll. And Rock that's a big dude, man.
You seeing this stuff online? You go on Avengers. Yeah. Remember Brock to beat Kofi, beat Biggie, he beat
Oh, I literally thought you were. I literally thought you was talking about the Avengers. Like,
no.
I was like, oh wait, he about to do a Marvel movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some Javon Evans merch though. I need to find that chain gang. That I need to find that dog. I can't find it nowhere. It's nowhere to be found. Help me. No, I'm playing. WWEshop.com.
Get that Trick Williams too.
Oh man. Who oh man. I think what they're doing in NXT or how I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think Trick was going to.
Oh man, my guy left. What is going on? Well, this was Beneath the Surface with yours truly, Kendra Knight here.
My bad.
He's back. I was about to end the show, my guy.
I didn't mean to click. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to do that.
Dang.
Maybe I wasn't meant to say it. So
What are you about to say?
I didn't think Trick was going to get that big of a push as he's getting now, or like the pop. I meant pop, not push, but the pop.
Yeah.
Because NXT is very like intimate, things like that, and sometimes it doesn't always translate the way people think it would. But this is like, whoa, like we got something here, and now like. Because in NXT, like his promos were cool, but it's like now it's like, oh, like he can keep up with the big dogs, and then some. So I do like I do like Trick. If you had to pick one, to be the face of the WWE, who would you pick, Oba or Trick? That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
It's like, I mean, they both have aura, but like they're just
It's different ways.
different. It's different. Like Oba just has that imposing will, whereas like, not to say Oba can't talk. It's just like Trick's on another level. I don't know, man. That's tough. I can't choose right now.
I got him stomped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a tough one. Because I wouldn't know who to pick either.
Tough. But But yeah, man, this is a great stream. You know what I'm saying? Episode 21. This has been Beneath the Surface with yours truly. Episode 21 with my guy Lonnie, where we are unpacking the unseen, one conversation at a time. I got one more last question before we get out of here. It's a great way to end it. We talked about like, you know, school, everything like that, and people that we met along the way. Um, I don't think I've ever asked, like, how did you meet our mutual friend?
King?
No. How did you meet our mutual friend?
The Lions?
The Lions. Or do we have to go?
Is that who I?
Huh?
No, is that who you're talking about?
Yes.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in.
All right, man. We out, man. Hey.